So your tummy doesn't feel well. Maybe it's stress, indigestion, maybe you ate something. We're gonna fix it with this practice. Let's sit in a comfortable seated position and sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna start with our breath to calm the mind and the body. So often, sometimes our stomach can hurt as a result of being in a stressful state. So let's start to relax. Deep breath in through the nose, hold, sitting up nice and tall, and relax. Exhale slowly, maybe exhaling through your mouth, letting it go. Another deep breath in, relaxing your shoulders. Good. And placing your hands onto your knees. We're just gonna do some very small circular motions with our upper body. So we have both hips onto the mat. We're just bringing our chest forward, to the side, back, and around. So depending on how you feel, you can make this movement as big or as little as you want, listening to your body. We're just starting to create some movement. Moving our body will sometimes help to create movement within our organs. And now switch to the other side. So going to the other side, big circles, forward, back, around. Forward, back, around. Good. Quick side stretch, bringing your hands to one side. We're going to take the left arm all the way up and we're just going to reach up for a moment. Taking a breath in, maybe reaching up, maybe looking our chin up a little bit more. And then over to the side, just as far as it goes till it feels good. You can keep your arm up if you want to. And then taking a deep breath in and out while you are in this position. And then slowly coming back up to neutral and then over to the other side. So reaching the arm up to start, seeing how that feels in your midsection. And if your hips are still on the ground, you can see how it feels to come over a little bit more towards the side. And take a deep breath in here once you're in this position. Doing these kinds of movements can help the movement within our large intestines and small intestines. Good. And coming back up to center, roll the shoulders back, release a little bit more of the stress or tension that you might be carrying. Dropping your head down, little head rolls from side to side, just to make sure that we don't cause any injuries during our practice today. Good. And now bring your knees together, bring them to the top of the mat, and you can make your way all the way down. Feel free to keep your knees up. Give yourself a nice stretch. Again, creating some space within your stomach area. So if you've been sitting down for a long time, that can cause a lot of stomach upset, heartburn, especially if you don't open up your chest and everything is very tight and squished together. You want to take this opportunity to open up and give your body space. Good. And then grab on to your knees, giving yourself a little squeeze, maybe a rock from side to side. Now, this might create a little bit of gas, which you might want to do this practice alone, and don't hold it in. This is your practice, and if it's going to make you feel better and there's no one around, I mean, go for it. Take a deep breath in. I promise I won't do it though. Good. I'll wait till I'm alone. Grab onto the left knee and extend the right down. So this is actually called our wind release pose. Grab onto the knee, squeezing our left knee into our chest, keeping both feet flexed. And you can also create a little bit of movement here with that left knee And this, the same time, it's massaging the lower abdomen. And especially on that left side, we have our large intestines. Things can get really stuck there. So little circles with the left knee, one way and then the other. Good, and then bringing the knees to the chest again, giving a squeeze, and then dropping the left leg down to the mat. As you squeeze the right foot, flex both feet, pulling the right knee in, and start with those little circles. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to let everything out. Doesn't matter what end, release it out. Deep breath in and out. Good. Place both hands on the knees again, flex the feet, and then bring both feet up for your waterfall position. Take another inhale, exhale, another stretch. Hands over your head, arms over your head. Squeeze. And then right into our happy baby. So bending your knees, grabbing the outside of your feet and pulling your knees down. So we're opening up the hips a little further. Again, maybe a rock from side to side. Good. And then bring the knees together, then rolling over onto your side. Take a minute. See how your stomach feels now. If you need to take a minute, just assess. See how you feel. Can you keep going? Good. And then pushing yourself up. We're going to come into our child's pose. So kneeling at the back of the mat. Now you could bring your knees a little bit further apart. Just see how you feel. We're going to bring ourselves down. We're going to bring our arms forward. We're going to take some deep breaths in and out here in this pose, in this child's pose. And so we're squishing our belly just a little bit. Inhale and exhale, letting our chest fall, our forehead relax on the mat. Good, and then slowly coming up, bring your arms into cactus, and we're going to reach our arms back. So we're opening up the chest, we're opening up our ribs a little bit more, taking a breath in. Maybe looking up slightly, seeing how our stomach feels here. Good. And then dropping your hands down to the mat into your tabletop position. We're going to do some organic movements, sort of like a cat-cow, but I want to be a little bit more gentle and move in our cat-cows today. So maybe a small arch in the back. And then when we move back, we're curving our spine for our cat. Come forward, drop the belly a little bit. Good. Just make this feel good on your stomach. This is creating a lot of movement with your midsection. Breathe. Good. Bend in the toes. So tuck the toes in. Quick little downward facing dog. Take another breath here. Maybe moving the hips a little bit if it feels good. Good. If this is too much, just go to child's pose. Good. And we're going to walk our feet together now to the center of the mat. Bring our hands together. Halfway lift, forward fold. So coming up and then forward fold. Good. Bend the knees and then slowly rise to stand. Now one vertebra at a time, slowly letting your head be heavy as you come up. Roll the shoulders. Good. Now let's come to the center of our mat. We have our feet a little bit, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. So listen to your body. We're going to do a couple twists here. This is really going to help with the movement and your breath, hopefully making you feel better. Hopefully you are. Bring your arms out to the side. Palms facing up. Take a deep breath in. Take your left arm and swing it towards the right side. Drop the left arm down to your foot. Place your hand down, lift the opposite arm up, and look up towards that right hand. So this is a twist. Could feel this maybe in your back slightly. Again, listening to your body. Hold. Good. And then coming up, back up to center. Same thing on the other side. Bringing the right arm this time, dropping it towards your left foot onto the mat, and then looking up at your left hand. One more time, coming up nice and slow, back to center, back to the other side, dropping the hand down, other hand goes up, look up towards your right hand. Last time, coming up, back to center, swing over to the other side, see the midsection turn, dropping your hand down, looking up. Good, and then lowering both hands to center, bending your knees, and just a little sway from side to side. So putting your hands on blocks if you need to be higher. Again, you could bring your legs in a little bit closer. This is going to look different for everyone. Just make this feel good. Nice little hip opener, but we're also being gentle on the stomach, creating a little bit of movement. Good. Let's heel toe our feet to the center of our mat. Maybe a little bit shoulder width apart. A little bit of ragdoll. Our forward fold. Good. And then dropping down into a kneeling position. We're on our toes. Just lift up onto your toes and sit up. Taking a breath here. And then placing your hands back to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands to your heart as we close this practice. Thank you all of you for joining me today. I definitely know how it feels to have a sore stomach, as I suffered for many, many years. Take this beautiful practice and share it to all those that you love. Namaste.